Good morning, and we are streaming live from the Brandon Clinic over on 1st Street in town. It is the opening of the Tim Hortons Smile Zone grand opening day, and normally we're at the Beach Bunker telling you about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. We will continue to do that, but today from a very special place, a place kids of Western Manitoba are absolutely going to adore when it comes time to visit a stressful situation. Maybe it's a test, maybe it's a doctor. We're at the clinic, hey? We're at the clinic. I know it seems like we're in Tim Hortons land right now. A nice little setup here right in front of the Tim Hortons storefront at the Brandon Clinic. We're inside, hoping that your Hump Day Wednesday is off to a great start. Coming up on the show today, we're, of course, going to have some special guests join us from the Tim Hortons organization and from Smile Zone, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Talk a bit about the history of the Smile Zone and its association with some pretty big celebrities and stars in Canada, including the NHL Players Association. Speaking of NHL, that's what everybody's talking about this morning. They're talking about the tough loss for the Edmonton Oilers. Oy, 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 oy. That was a bit of a blowout, but congratulations to the Florida Panthers on winning their second consecutive Stanley Cup. I think it's only the second time in NHL history that a team has won or a team has lost back-to-back Stanley Cup since Boston in the 70s, something like that. Anyway, we are going to talk a little bit about that this morning. We've also got some news on Netflix. They got a new attraction called Netflix House that's opening up. We're going to tell you a little bit about that. It's coming to Vegas, Dallas, and Philly. I can't believe that in June, we're just days away from the first day of summer, we're going to be talking about the season that is known for sweets, not Timbits though. The season that is known for decorations, but not necessarily the Smile Zone. And it's also known for jolly fat guys. And I'm not talking about me. I'm sorry, but we have to talk about it. Just briefly, coming up on the show, why would we be talking about Christmas in June? I'll explain coming up in the next little bit. Also, there is a new Rob Ford Netflix documentary that dropped overnight, and I haven't seen it, but I've been hearing that it's pretty scandalous. Of course, he was a scandalous mayor of Toronto, and people are going to be talking about this around the office, so we will be as well. Oh, breaking news, breaking news. Social media is now the main source of news in North America. Is my ticker working? I hope my ticker's working. The ticker here's working. Okay, well, I'm in a clinic, so if there's things to happen, this would be the place. But yeah, social media, top for news. Who knew that? And your morning coffee can help you live longer, but only if you drink it this way. I'll explain coming up. First, let's go outside, and let's see if this is going to be working for us. And hey, we've got most of the roads working there, and we're at 14 degrees. We've got a nice start to the morning. It feels, dare I say, tropical. There's some humidity in the air and some warmth in the air. We're 14 degrees. We're going to be looking for some showers, maybe some thunder showers later this morning and into this afternoon with a high of 25. And thunder showers carrying over tonight down to 13 and rain for Thursday. Friday, sun and cloud 26. Actually, Friday's going to be now our nicest day for the next little while. So, get out and enjoy Friday if you can, because we got rain coming for the weekend, okay? Rain for Saturday and Sunday. I'm sorry if you've got things planned outside. It may be a bit soggy for you. Okay, normally we say, hey, welcome aboard, welcome into the beach bunker. No, I am in Timbit Village here. In Timbit Village at the Smile Zone at the Brandon Clinic. So the clinic opens at 8 o'clock this morning, so it's pretty quiet in here, a little echoey. There's no one here. I'm by myself. At the clinic, I can go grab if there's some rubber gloves missing from the clinic, it was me. I was playing with the rubber gloves. Oh, I'm just joking. I'm set up right next to the arcade game, right next to the video game that they've got here on the floor. And I know you're dying. You want to see it. You want to see what it looks like. It's coming up. I've got the very first video from our Smile Zone, our Tim Hortons Smile Zone here at the Brandon Clinic coming up in just a bit. First, we want to say a special good morning to those folks who took time to give us a wave, say hello in chat. Thank you. I hope everything is sounding good and looking good. I hope the backdrop is looking good. I hope you're doing good. I hope that you aren't too upset about the hockey loss last night. Road Reverend, good morning to you on Twitch along with Pebbles this morning. Hey, thanks, Road Reverend, for those words of encouragement. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. We've also got Pat here on Facebook. Tracy Roger, can't forget about you over on Twitch. Good morning. Zumba Bernice is here too. Hey, Zumba Bernice. Tracy is saying good morning to Pebbles. I got just a small window to read everything off of here today. Janine is here. Janine, good morning on Facebook. Boiled Beans over on Twitch. Kate804380 is joining us on Twitch this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're having a great hump day. Janine says, forgot my camel. Forgot your camels. Your smokes. Your camel smokes? Nah, she's famous for those wild emojis. Wild and crazy emojis. Welcome, welcome aboard. Welcome to Timbit Village. Timbit Village. What kind of Timbit are you gonna have? I don't even know what they're called. Is there a sour cream Timbit? They're good. I like those ones. They're white. They got white chocolate. I don't know. I scoop them up. No one knows what they're called because I eat them out of the box. And then everyone's like, hey, where are those white Timbits that we like? Oh, Tyler's here. He ate them all. Richard's here on Facebook. Good morning, Richard. Hello, hello. Hello. Cindy is on the road to Winnipeg. I appreciate that, Cindy. She's got the show. She's technologically much smarter than me. She's got the Twitch outfit all hooked up to the dashboard of her car. I get to ride along with you. Keep it between the lines, Cindy. Keep 110, not 112. Safe travels. Safe travels, Cindy. Have a great day. I hope you have fun wherever you're headed. Nick is here on Twitch. Hi, Nick. Angela is here. Good morning. Hampers Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. Hey, Greg is here. Probably going to have Greg stop by a little bit later. Hello, Greg is on Twitch this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Loretta is here on Facebook. Hi, Loretta. Quentin's here too on Twitch. There we go. Angela's got good morning. Happy Hump Day. Al Greiner is here. Hi, Al. Good morning. How are gas prices this morning? Gas price, Al. Just 6 months away. Get deals now for Christmas. Talking about Christmas in June. It's a big story. It has to do with the economy. And and it has to do with planning for the holiday season. We're not going to break into any Christmas songs or anything like that. I'm safely in my blue suit as opposed to my red suit that with the beard. Hey, Rhonda's on Facebook this morning. Good morning, Smile Zone Day. Yes, it's Smile Zone Day. Can't wait to see you. And she's got a special guest she's going to be bringing by. Can't wait to see you. Robin is here on Facebook. Good morning, Robin. My sister's driving. Uh-oh. Well, that's good. That's good. And then you can keep chatting. That's great. So you can listen and chat all the way to Winnipeg. Let your sister do that. And then let her take part, too. You can, if she's got something smart to say, by all means. By all means. Jody is here on Facebook. Good morning. Quentin, thank you. Looks like you're hosting a children's show in the background. Oh, today's not Friday. I was thinking, this would have been a good Keyboard Friday day with my green hat. Then, I'd never get out of here. The kids they'd think, hey, Santa's in a frog hat. Look at Santa's at the clinic in a frog hat. And then they'd be asking me for their Christmas presents. It is really a very, very cool and now much more alive spot. The video and pictures I'm going to show you are the after. I wish I had the before. I think I might have a little bit. We'll get to that. Because it was so plain. Now it's so colorful. It's so great. And it feels very childlike. And this video game is playing on the floor right next to me. You're going to see it in just a second. I'm going to show it to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Nick and Pebbles are having a conversation. Knowing Richard, he's probably close by waiting for Timmy's to open. Did I forget to say hi to Richard? Hello, Richard. Good morning, good morning. Welcome aboard. Ron's over on X. Nick says you should probably bring the keyboard and frog hat whenever you're on location because you just never know. You just never know when you might want to break into song. The Tim Horton Smile Zone song. The Tim Horton Smile Zone song. You just never know. You don't. Okay, that is all of the folks that would like to say good morning as we get things going through the Narrows, so stream is spotty. Okay, hopefully for everybody else, it is A-okay. Looks good at this end. It's all green arrows, green dots. Go, 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 go. Just drive safely, Cindy. That's what's important. Your safety first. Safety first. Okay, let's move to yesterday's good thing. Yesterday's good thing. What happened to you yesterday that was good? You know what was good? I was doing a bit of setup here at the clinic for the show today. And it just so happened I got recognized by who I thought was like a listener or a viewer or, somebody from my radio days. And she is staring at me and I'm looking back at her and she's staring at me and I'm looking back at her and she can tell she's recognized me from somewhere. And I'm thinking, oh, great. Mr. I'm terrible with names. Hey, MJ, good morning on Twitch. Good to see you. Welcome. I'm at the clinic and not for medical reasons. Smile Zone Day. So I'm setting up and I said, hi, how are you today? And she goes, good. Can I ask you, are you Tyler? I said, I am Tyler. And I said, and who are you? And this lovely couple, they happen to be the parents of somebody I went to high school with and have not seen since grad. Now, just to give you some perspective, I graduated in 1991. So how many years is that? That's like 10 years ago. So I haven't seen or talked to this person, and, we're friends on Facebook and all that, but I have not legitimately talked to her or any member of her family since 1991. So over a decade. I know it's been a little longer, but I'm in denial. But it was really nice to catch up, and, Facebook can really only do so much. So, Tara Lee Yakalashik, man, keep up the good work. Your folks are doing well in town. Tara Lee is in Winnipeg. She is hustle, hustle, hustle. Good job. It was so nice to see your folks yesterday. Al says, is that romper room on the side? How does that work again? It's been so long since I seen that. Well, the romper room thing, that's from the welcome aboard. Going back to that screen here, that's from you remember Romper Room. Now, for those that are too young to remember the show, there was a host on the show who would look through the little mirror that wasn't a mirror. It was just this device with a hole in it. And she'd say, I see you, little Jimmy. I see you, little Timmy and Tammy and Cindy. And then they'd wish you happy birthday. I sent my birthdays in all the time. They always missed it. Always felt so sad, but I was always so jealous of those kids that got a special good morning. And so that's the tradition of the Romper Room for those that have never put the show on before. That's what's going on there. Thanks for asking, Al. Because, there's always new people joining the show, and they're thinking, what the hell is that thing? Who is she? What does this show have to do with Romper Room? But it's fitting because we're in a childlike environment today. And so we have lots of people, what we call lurking, and those are people that like to listen to the show or watch the show, and they never say anything. So we call them lurkers, and that's great because there's no problem. People are shy. Doesn't matter. But the people who aren't shy jump into chat and say good morning, and I like to give them every day a personal good morning from me to make up for my broken heart from Romper Room. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you again for asking. MJ says, looks awesome. Wait till you see the video I've got for you. Oh my gosh, I'm going to take you on a tour. Pebble says, GT from yesterday. Hubby took me out to BP with his birthday gift card. So they had some fun. Okay, picture in the mailbag. Okay. So some stuff, Tracy, I saw that you sent something in. It is not coming through for some reason, so I may need a screenshot from you. I apologize for that. But this looks pretty darn good, although it is sideways. So this is it's so hard to eat pizza when you're on your side like that. But it's the David Hasselhoff method. I've done it. It's pretty easy. You just lay on your side. It slides right in. It's very, very good. But if you're in a restaurant and you eat it this way, they frown on that. They don't like you laying on the floor. Pfft, I don't know why. Come on. Well, that's awesome. So you guys had a hot date night. So then you guys had a hot date lunch, and then I'm not gonna ask what happened after that. Oh, yesterday's good thing. Richard GT hanging out with my two friends on Tuesday. Music in the Park. Yes, Music in the Park in downtown Brandon was another fantastic event. Thanks for sharing that, Richard. Richard jamming out, dancing, howling at the moon, screaming at the sun. Ryan says, good at the clinic, not the clinic. Okay, all right. Hey, it's about the kids. Hey, and this is the pediatric station. Unit 3, Station 3 is right next to me. So if you know where pediatrics is, do you know where the Super Thrifty Clinic Pharmacy is? If you walk right through the Super Thrifty Pharmacy on their front entrance, and forgive me, I don't know what that road is, you'll be able to find me. Or if you come in the south entrance of the Brandon Clinic, you'll just make a hard left and you'll see me. Ryan's got a GT. I'm seeing a picture here coming through, and this is some kind of award. Somebody won something. What's going on here? What is going on? Ryan, explain. GT, someone won an award. KDD's good thing. Got lots of work done, and then outside, and then weeded all my flower beds. Long overdue, but looks good now. Well, that is fantastic. I got no winner's bell. You would be getting the winner's bell right now, without a doubt. Yesterday's good thing. Yesterday's good thing. Quentin says his name was never called for Romper Room either. Ooh. Pebble says the pizza was bourbon barbecue chicken. Oh, nice. God, did our dill mustard blow up yesterday? Holy crap. That's unbelievable. Our dill mustard completely exploded. I think they're sold out. I think a couple of co-ops actually sold out of dill mustard. It's been a few months since we've had a product with that kind of reaction on yesterday's show, but damn, people went bananas for that. Bananas. It was very good. So, Ryan, what is happening here? Somebody won, I have to, most valuable back. Most valuable back. Congratulations. That is a good thing. It's award season. It's award season. Getting close to the end of the school year. Yes, we are. Hey, just a quick reminder, if you're getting married or know of somebody that is getting married, you don't want to miss the Weddings by Abby open house coming up on Saturday. That's 11 till 4 at 3G 389 Park Avenue East in Brandon. Tour a stunning venue, meet expert vendors, enjoy delicious food, and enter to win amazing prizes. Special guests on location like Oakland Estate, Smoked and Sauce Barbecue Truck, Happy Skin Laser Clinic, and KC Photography. Whether your dream wedding is big or small, Weddings by Abby is here to make it unforgettable. Your dream day starts here. Saturday, 11 until 4. And it's supposed to rain on Saturday, so it's going to be a good time to have an indoor event. Hopefully it's not raining a week from Friday when we have our beach party over at Headley's Health Hut, 1314 Richmond Avenue, just east of Murray GM. Again, if you are looking for sugar-free or gluten-free treats, desserts, great selection of vitamins, herbs, local products, gifts, clean beauty, sugar-free and gluten-free snacks. For something that ails you, they are going to help take care of you. And the last Friday of each month is Customer Appreciation Day. They have draws and samples, and it's a big deal every last Friday of each month. But this one's special because it's the day after the last day of school, and really it's the unofficial start to summer. So we're going to have some extra special stuff going on a week from Friday over at Headley's Health Hut. And at Epps Law Office, again, they're on 18th Street across from the RBC. If you need a lawyer for transferring real estate, if you're dealing with wills and estates, or some corporate law, our friends at Epps Law Office would love to help you. And of course, they're helping the Helping Hands Soup Kitchen by getting the word out on their 50-50 draw, which was at last count, I think, up around $3,000. They're hoping to raise $50,000 to help put a $200,000 roof. They need a brand new roof on the roof replacement at Helping Hands Soup Kitchen. So thanks for your support, Epps Law Office, and thank you for your support for the fundraiser that's happening with Helping Hands. Okay, yesterday's good thing. So Ryan says that that was for rugby at the Brandon Curling Club. MVP award for the daughter. Proud dad moment. Oh my gosh, I guess so. Let's show that one more time here. Proud dad moment. That was for rugby. Boy, I'm sure the boys just they sign up for rugby and say, hey, so how do I get tackled? How does this game work right now? I need to get tackled. Oh, I would be buying some baseball bats, golf clubs if you don't have already. Oh, MJ is my GTs have got to. Oh, and then MJ got some of that. First bite smacks you in the face. See, everyone thought I was exaggerating. Everyone was making fun of too much mustard, but it is. Hey, it's intense. It's intense. It's awesome. Tracy was even asking about it on the way home yesterday. It's like, hey, is it really that good? I like how people say it. Is it really that good? Yeah, it is good. It's good. And I said, we're putting it in the macaroni salad. Yeah. Then you get used to it. Oh, here we go. Tracy says, I will try again. It was saying that the search home base is moved to the Keystone Center at the Clara tent. Okay, this is the search for Owen. That's an update on the search for Owen. Now, they've been meeting at the Riverbank Discovery Center, and that has moved, thank you for that update, Tracy, to the Keystone Center at the Clara tent. Is that the temporary tent just across from the, what is it called? The nursing home there, Fairview. Is it just across from Fairview? I'm sure people will find it. So why did Kim's move? I don't know. I don't know that. They're just across the street, actually. I could see it as I pulled in. And they are basically on the same street. They're just across the street. It is a newer building. I would assume that there's going to be expansion. Now, I'm assuming, the clinic is continuing to grow. They're bringing in more physicians, doctors, and so on. I mean, you know how healthcare is. There's always this need. And so that, again, I'm assuming at this point, but I'm thinking that's probably what it is. Yes. Okay, Tracy says, yes, that is absolutely correct. Okay, so what am I going to show you? Oh, I know what I'm going to show you. I am going to show you the video that was playing during the Smile Cookie campaign as we were raising funds as a community to put together this beautiful Smile Zone at the clinic. So we're going to climb aboard the time machine. We're going to go back in time and have a look at this.
A special thank you to Rhonda and your two children, Taylor and Brad. I can't say thank you enough for your incredible support with the Tim Hortons Holiday Smile Cookie campaign that is going to benefit Smile Zone and Brandon Clinic that serves 180,000 people on a year-over-year basis. We couldn't do it without you, and a sincere thank you from all of us here at Smile Zone.
Yeah!
Special thank you to Rhonda and your
Keep cutting Brad's head off here. Sorry, Brad. But, you know, I play this because you can really get a handle on the way the clinic looked before. See, just very plain and blah and white walls and nothing on the windows. And, yeah, it does the job. It's a clinic, and as was mentioned, it's serving close to 200,000 people. So that's what it looked like before. Now, what does it look like after? Well, when we come back from our beach break, we will show you. We'll take you on a quick tour of the new Smile Zone here at the Brandon Clinic, and they're going to be cutting the ribbon on this a little bit later today. Dignitaries will be in attendance, and of course, it's a big celebration, and it couldn't be done without your support of the Smile Cookie campaign. Now, the Smile Cookie campaign was a big one. In fact, I believe it encompassed the Christmas campaign and the spring campaign to make this happen, and in Brandon, Grand Champions of Canada, Victoria Avenue, selling more Smile Cookies than anywhere else in Canada. I'll tease you with a few pictures that likely you may have seen leading up to today. These were the teaser pics as they were putting stuff together. Oh, that's where I am. This is where I am, right in front of this little spot right here. They're putting all the finishing touches on it and getting the paint out there. That's a great shot. And so in comes the color, and we will show you what the after effects are coming up in just a second. First, we will attempt to do a beach break. We are on location at the Brandon Clinic, the opening of the Smile Zone with our friends at Tim Hortons and the Smile Zone Foundation. We're going to use the Cayman Islands Beach Cam today for our beach break, Sunseekers. And we will be back with more in just a second. Live shot of the Grand Cayman Islands. They've got some beautiful sunshine for this Hump Day Wednesday, and we've got kind of a mix of sun and cloud. We are expecting some showers, maybe some thunder showers this afternoon. As we take a look outside across southern Manitoba, we've got sunshine for some of our spots, and we've got some clouds for others. We are expecting showers and thunder showers this afternoon, 25. Showers and thunder showers tonight, and 13, and rain for Thursday, 23. Nicest day of the week will be Friday with a high of 26, and some rain expected for the weekend. So a great weekend for the bridal show, and great weekend for anything you might have planned inside, actually. As we bring you back inside the Brandon Clinic, good morning. I'm Tyler Glen. We are live streaming from the Brandon Clinic on 1st Street. Reason being is that this is Canada's newest Smile Zone. The Smile Zone is here. Now, because of the campaign done by Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba and the Smile Cookie campaign from this year, raising a tremendous amount of funds to make the clinic just a little bit brighter, a little more child-friendly. In fact, for those who missed it when we were doing the Smile Cookie campaign the last time around, we played this little video. This is just a quick little snippet explaining what Smile Zone is and why it's so important to have a nice little spot for the kids, whether it be in clinics, hospitals, rehab facilities, because this project is happening across Canada. This is not the first Smile Zone by any stretch. Last one that happened in Western Manitoba was up in Dauphin last June with Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba, and the latest one is here at the clinic. Here's what Smile Zone is all about.
My name is Derek, and my treatment can be hard sometimes. This is Cadence, and she has to miss school sometimes. This is Matthew. He's been coming here once a week since he was a baby. Before Smile Zone, we didn't have a place to play together.
Oh, notice the hockey jerseys. Ron McLean is part of this Smile Zone organization. NHL Players Association has been involved as well. Oh, we got one of those here. We got one of those.
They're part of our family. Seeing their faces light up when they come around the corner and see Smile Zone is absolutely amazing.
Sometimes the kids are having so much fun in here, we have to wait for them to come to therapy.
You got to go into your therapy.
This is where we play, learn, and grow.
When I'm at the Smile Zone, I can forget the books and needles. I learned to smile.
So that's what the Smile Zone is all about. A place for kids to smile and play, and normally it is, let's face it, clinics can be scary. They're not a fun situation. Same with hospitals, rehab facilities, or, physical therapy centers, basically where there's doctors involved. Doctors and dentists. What is that? No, I'm only kidding. But let's take a look at what it looks like now. What does it look like now? All right, let me show you. Let me take you on a little tour. First, when you come into the clinic, this is at the south entrance of the Brandon Clinic. This is what it's going to look like when you come in. Are you ready? Let me just get this set up here. So you saw the before picture. Now here is the after effects after the construction is done. And we will cut the ribbon on this baby later this morning. And here we go. Here we go. It starts with a welcome. Welcome to the Brandon Clinic. Welcome. Oh, I see a smile cookie on the wall. This must be a cookie place. Of course, a beautiful artwork upstairs on the window, brightening up the lobby, not just for the kids, but basically for anybody that's coming into the clinic. Let's face it. I mean, the kids are going to jump all over the Timbit bean bags and the chairs that they've got there, and they're going to enjoy the beautiful art. But, it brightens up the entire lobby of the Brandon Clinic. And, I'm going to take a run up the stairs here, hopefully not out of breath. Climbing stairs. Oh. And so this is the lobby just as you're walking in. That's the door that you're going to come in if you're going to pay me a visit before 9 o'clock. And then you hang a hard left. And you will come to this place. There's the video game. I'm set up right next to this video game on the floor. The camera doesn't do it justice, but you will see it when you come here. And here's where I'm set up. The little Tim Hortons display here in the hallway next to pediatrics. And I'm backing up now. I'm going to back up so you can get the full effect. So as you came in the lobby and you take a left turn at the Timbits, and then you come down the hallway here, this is what it's looking like. Wow, fantastic that looks. Kids are going to be excited to be playing in this area. Now, forgive me, I'm setting up some of my equipment. This is earlier this morning, and it's nice that I could get these shots because, pictures and video, confidentiality is super important. So it's a very difficult thing to do when there's people in the building. So I quickly took this little video. I love this little, this wall here featuring the hockey playing Timbits, and no Oilers score on this. No, we won't talk about that. We will just only talk about wonderful things. It's the Smile Zone. It's the Smile Zone. And Oilers fans are not smiling this morning. But the bright colors, too. Lots of greens and blues and oranges and reds smattered through the entire Brandon Clinic. So congratulations to everybody involved. The Smile Zone at Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba on a job well done. And next time you visit the Brandon Clinic, it is going to be a much different experience for you and your family. Because it's brighter. It's a nice little renovation, and it is really putting smiles on kids' faces and adults too. They were enjoying it yesterday as I was sitting here getting things set up for the show today. So there you have it. And this area here where you can see the ladder and the tractor and stuff like that, that's basically where I am. Ta-da! I'm glad all that technical stuff worked. Holy cow, am I still on? Hello, is this still working? Is my mic still on? Yes! Holy cow. I'm not very technically proficient, but I think we pulled it off. It's pretty quiet here for a clinic that's going to be opening here in 20 minutes. We're going to get lambasted, I bet you, with people coming in to get their stuff done. Oh, I got some shots from Tracy. Okay, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate this because something security-wise doesn't like those pictures. We are continuing the search for Owen. Base camp has moved to the Keystone Center grounds starting at 10 a.m. If you're joining for the first time, please check in and register when you arrive. If you are coming out, please wear sturdy walking shoes or boots. Dress for the weather and bring sun protection. Bring extra socks and plenty of water. They'll be covering both open and wooded areas. Also looking for a few extra supplies that would be helpful, including binoculars, lightweight chairs or stools for lookout points, umbrellas for shade. And we want to give a heartfelt thank you to the HEART program. I'm not sure what that's called. The Hutterian? Is that Hutterian Emergency Aquatic Response? HEART was deployed to Brandon to assist in the search for Owen. And again, if you're just hearing about this for the first time, I find it hard to believe because it's everywhere. Owen's picture is everywhere, and this is really a mystery in our community right now. And it is really important that we get the word out and keep everybody's eyes peeled for this young man, because we have not seen him since Saturday. Hey, it's Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda. Perfect timing. So thank you for that update, Tracy, and I appreciate that. Please keep us updated, and we will continue to watch and keep our eyes peeled. And thank you for your help. Please let us in the side door. No. No. Sorry, I'm just getting your message. And don't forget mosquito repellent. Yes, that is. Will there be a Tim Hortons inside the Brandon Clinic? Not at this time. I've had a few people ask me that, actually, but there is one across the street, obviously, in the hospital that people love and enjoy. But this is not a retail facility. This is all about just decorating it up nicely and making it a fun place for the kids to enjoy. So. It's a really nice little spot here, and it looks like, hang on 2 seconds here, I just want to check my phone here for something. Yeah. Rhonda's here with Scott. Hey, is the tour done? Did you want me to let you in now? I just got your message. How's it going, Scott?
Very good. How are you?
Come and have a seat. I've been waiting for you. Look at this. I set this up here for you. Let me introduce you to Mr. Scott. Is it
Scott Backley.
Backley. Hi, Scott.
Hi, how are you?
I'm Tyler Glen. This is the camera's right over there, and you just speak right there. We just played the video of the lead-in of the campaign for this particular location, and I want you to take us back to the start, because it's such a great story.
It's been
about
one
how
heck of a ride, I'll tell you that.
of how Smile Zone came to pass, because as people need to know, this is not the only one. We did the one in Dauphin last year, but this is
hospital as well.
Yeah, this is a campaign that has rolled out across the country.
Correct.
Okay, so tell us how it got started.
Back in around 2009, 2010, so Adam Graves, who played in the NHL, he won 2 Stanley Cups, one with the Oilers, who unfortunately lost last night, and he also won with the New York Rangers with Messier. He was his line mate. And he did a lot of work with children's hospitals in New York, and he also did a lot of work when he worked with children's hospitals in California when he played with the Sharks. So we were both approached. We lived in Oakville, Ontario, and Adam and I were both approached to make a financial contribution to our hospital in Oakville, Ontario. It was a new hospital being built. And we had a couple of meetings. He and his wife, Violet, and Jackie, my wife, and I, we had meetings, and we said, well, Oakville's a pretty affluent town. Like, why are we only giving back to Oakville? We want to do something across the country. And that's how it started. And we started this organization. It took 2 or 3 years to get through, get certified as a charity in Canada. Is very difficult. We had the Smile Zone USA. It took about 3 weeks. The USA, they'll give out charitable status to anybody, it seems, but in Canada it's very, very strict. So in 2013 we had our very first Smile Zone at a little place called Erin Oak Kids in Mississauga, Ontario, and it's a center that treats kids with special needs and autism, and it's, and I was embarrassed. Like they treat 15,000 children a year in this center, and it's 3 minutes from where I live, and I never even heard about it. And then we realized that there's so many centers like this across the country that unless you have a child with those needs, you really don't pay attention to it. So we started at Erin Oak Kids in the autism center there. And from then it's just growing, and we did our 400 Smile Zone last year at Humber River Hospital in Toronto, and it was a big event. And this year we'll hit 500 Smile Zones by October.
Holy man.
And it's Rhonda's brother who's doing it in Newfoundland. That'll be our 500th one.
Yeah.
So he owns a Canadian Tire out in St. John's, Newfoundland. So we're doing it at the Janeway, which is the Children's Hospital in Newfoundland. So that'll be our 500th Smile Zone this year, or in the course of 10 years.
Awesome. That is so awesome. And you have to be excited about having people like Rhonda involved, because she's so passionate, she's so talented, and she is joining a list of some names that people would recognize. Can you share with us a few
like on
people
our board?
And even past board members, current and past members that, like, there have been a lot of high profile Canadians that have been involved with Smile Zone.
It starts, and you're in the music industry, so you probably know Randy Lennox. He ran Universal Records for 25 years in Canada, and Randy Lennox is one of the biggest names in the Canadian music. So Randy's on our board. Pat Morris, who has probably about 30% of the NHL. He and Donnie Meehan, they have about 30% of the NHL in their stable. So Pat Morris, so we have Ron McLean, Hockey Night in Canada. He sits on our board. David Clanahan, who used to run Tim Hortons actually for 20 some odd years, so he sits on our board. We've got, and there's a lot. Brian Richardson ran Fairmount Hotels in the world, so he's one of our board members. So we have a very good group of board members, and they're very passionate toward it. And these are active board members, and we all sit on boards, or some of us do. And there's really 2 or 3 people who drive the ship, and then you've got 10 guys who sit on the side and really do nothing. Our board's very active. So I'm proud to say that our board members get involved. Now, we got so lucky a couple of years ago that Rhonda Party came to the grand opening at the hospital next door, and she was invited by one of our board members, Nick Javor, who worked for Tim Hortons. He was a senior vice president at Tim Hortons. And he said, Rhonda, we're doing the Smile Zone over at Brandon Hospital. I'm coming into town. You better go to the grand opening. And Rhonda shows up. She loved it. She loved it so much that, and that's another story how we got to Brandon. That would blow your mind as well. But Rhonda said, I want to do one in honor of my late husband, Craig, who's from Newfoundland. I want to do it in Newfoundland. And she said, how much does it cost? And I said, X. She said, done. That doesn't happen very often. But, within that 6 or 7 months, we went out, we did a design meeting in Newfoundland. We had the grand opening in Newfoundland. She had a band come and play live. And she had the local news lady from who does the 6 and 11 o'clock news every night was the MC.
Nice.
The MC, I've never seen this. The MC started crying when she was talking about how this is giving back to the children in Newfoundland. And it was so passionate. She's used to doing the news every day.
Yeah.
And she started crying when she was being MC. It was very touching.
Wow, that is fantastic. Well, job well done. Keep up the great work. Thank you for being here. And just keep on trucking. I think if people are just hearing about this for the first time, obviously people can get on board. You guys have a website that, things are rolling along. And as you're saying, you're closing in on 500. Yeah. So people can get involved.
Our goal is to hit 1,000 in the next 4 or 5 years. So
wow.
We have guys who like to drive big buses, and they want to go 100 miles an hour in these big buses. So we're not sitting back waiting. So we do have a great legacy program. So what we're able to do, I think Canadians as a whole want to give back. I think Canadians like to give back.
I think there's hockey and giving back.
Yes.
It's kind of like what we do.
But the problem is, in Canada and most countries, the problem is if you go to your local hospital, I'm in the Toronto region, you give them $1 million, it just goes into a pot. You don't know really where your money's going.
Yeah.
I
hate when that happens. When I give $1 million, I don't
give $1 million, but the bottom line is, if you could, you want to know where it's going. So what we've done, we've got a legacy program, so it's significantly less, for $100,000, and you get naming rights of the Smile Zone locally. So if you've got a corporation or a family foundation that want to give back, but you don't want to give the $100,000 and just go into a melting pot. We actually can design something around, this is all about Tim Hortons, because Ron is, as the Tim Hortons guru of Manitoba and Brandon in particular. So the bottom line is we're able to give back, and they're able to brand it in their fashion, but it's still Smile Zone, but it gives the individuals and the corporations branding rights.
That's fantastic.
Tyler, everybody gave to this because this was cookies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna she's gonna have to come on.
Yeah.
You're gonna come on next. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Scott.
very much.
It's great to meet you. Keep up the great. And any thoughts on the Oilers before you go?
Well, it's a little disappointing.
What were we doing wrong?
You have to remember that I'm from Toronto, and
do they have a team still?
Well, they haven't had a team for 55 years. But listen, the Leafs actually gave Florida a pretty good run. They went to 7 games.
Yeah.
They got killed in Game 7, but I didn't think they'd win Game 6. They won Game 6. Florida's got a really good team. Edmonton's got a really good team.
Florida's got a good.
The problem is that I think the goaltending in both cases, it comes down to goaltending. And Adam Gray's played in the league for 14 years. He said goaltending makes a huge difference. If you have a great goaltender, you have a much better chance of winning. And Bobrovsky in Florida, and the Oilers had some issues in goaltending, and that probably is the difference in in the winning or losing. It's that simple.
Then there's away from the ice too, because I mean you're a business guy doing business in Florida, business in Ontario. You can attract some really good players now. That it's got to be because how can Florida have a great hockey team? They're the Sun. I mean, it's Florida.
Well, they got Brad Marchand, that bugger from. That he was sort of the catalyst against the Leafs.
A few people are saying that today.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
You know what? Now there's rumors he may sign with Toronto. I think, oh my God, how's he going to come to Toronto? Like, he's always been hated in Toronto. But I have friends in Halifax who actually donated to their family organization donated to Halifax at IWK, the Children's Hospital in Halifax, and they know Brad Marchand. They say he's a really nice guy.
I bet, yeah,
but not on the ice.
No, gosh, no. So, that's what you get paid the big bucks for. Hey,
thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks for showing up today. It's great to spread the word. I hear you're a big popular guy in Brandon, and everyone loves you.
Oh my God, I don't know who lied to you, but
nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Come on, Rhonda. Come and have a seat. Come and say hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are
Congratulations.
you?
Say, just look right up there. Wave to everybody. Hey,
Happy
here
Smile
you
Zone Day.
are. Yes, you got to be excited.
So excited. So excited to show it off.
Gosh, this has been, I would say, months in the making, but it's been years, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've been a long time. And you know what? I'm super excited that it's finally open. I came in yesterday to drop something off, and the hallway was full of people, and kids were playing the games, and it's a happy spot to come. And it's super exciting to me to give back to our community. And when I hear Scott saying that, people give $100,000 or people give $1 million, for us, we just needed people to buy cookies. And Brandon showed up like never before. We ended up being first in Canada for cookie sales, which I'm thrilled about. But the real win is right here. The difference we've made in our community and for the people coming here. And the very first day that this was all completed, I got a text from somebody who said, my grandchildren had to go to the doctor today. They were in tears going and came home not wanting to leave. And here's why. Awesome. They sat there playing a game on the floor, and it's a good thing. Thank you, Brandon.
I think of my hometown doctor, Dr. Kandawal, who we lost last year. Yeah. He's famous in this area because he had literally tens of thousands of patients. But I mean, he saw me since I was a little guy, but he could never put a clown suit on to make me feel comfortable at the doctors. Exactly. And doctors, I remember there's times, you remember your trips to the doctor or going to get tests done. It's not a lot of fun. This is a game changer.
Yeah. I agree. And you know what? We had corporate sponsors that came to the plate, and they matched cookie sales. We had an anonymous donor through Brandon Area Community Foundation who matched every corporate sponsor.
That is awesome.
Like, it's amazing.
Holy cow.
To come out like this, and that's what I say, this is a group effort by our community, giving back to our community. I'm just so excited for everybody to finally see it.
Wow, that is so fascinating. From the shadows. Yeah. Hi, shadow person.
Thank you.
I'm Tyler. I'd like to be your friend.
None.
Oh, that is awesome. No, and so anything else, Dad? What's the ribbon cutting? Is that happening this afternoon?
Ribbon. We're having our grand opening at 10 o'clock this morning down here at the clinic.
Okay.
So, and then we'll be wide open for people to come and check it out.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. That is fantastic.
Thank you again. Thanks, Tyler.
So
have a good morning.
Thank you.
Okay,
you too. Thanks for having us here. There goes Rhonda Party from Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba. Of course, they're responsible for this beautiful Smile Zone at the Brandon Clinic, which is going to actually open its doors here in the next few minutes or so, and things could get busy. I'm not sure what's going to happen. There could be a lot of people wandering around these halls, and kids are going to want to play this game. So I'm glad that the live stream wraps up at 9 o'clock because they're going to want to play this game, which is right next to me right here. It's fantastic. Okay. All right. I wanted to take an opportunity to mention one of our sponsors, Skydancer Casino. We're going to be doing this, a live stream from the Skydancer on July the 12th. Gary LaVox, who's the lead singer of Rascal Flatts, is going to be doing a show. It's an outdoor show. There's going to be beer gardens. It's always a lot of fun. We have a great time, put people on like we just did here at the clinic. And that is just 90 minutes south of Brandon in Belcourt. Again, July the 12th. They've got Tracy Bird coming this fall too. Little John is on his way. And August. Of course, they got a water park there and a whole lot more. SkydancerCasino.com, where the sky's the limit. Elkhorn Resort and Clarso Nordic Spa, we thank them for being sponsors on the show as well. Beautiful Riding Mountain National Park. When was the last time you were up at the Elkhorn? Have you checked out that gorgeous new Clarso Spa yet? And why not? It is gorgeous. Everyone is loving it. And the activities that they have got going on at the resort are bar none, second to none. It's amazing. If you go to the website, you can pull up the events calendar at elkhornresort.mb.ca. They got a foam party coming up on the 24th. They've got Zumba with Solange is actually tonight. 7 o'clock. Spring Yoga with Shane goes Saturdays throughout the entire summer. And the Mrs. Roper Romp, which is a big retro party. Even the Regal Beagle will be set up, and that's going to be happening on the 29th at the beautiful Elkhorn Resort. And our friends at Leon's Furniture Superstore, last day of the No Money Miracle happening at Leon's. Visit their incredible selection of furniture, appliances, and electronics online. Take a look at what you want at leons.ca, and then stop on by their store in Brandon's West End at 3635 Victoria Avenue. The No Money Miracle is on now. No money is required. No down payments and no payments for quite some time, actually, at Leon's. Let me just double check the actual length of that for you, because it is awesome. The No Money Miracle. It ends tonight. Pay nothing till 2027. No money down, not even the taxes or the fees, and no monthly payment with 0% interest. So thank you, Leon's. All right. Yeah, isn't this fantastic? Hey, Lindsay, Marcy, so exciting. Looks fantastic. It is a great spot. Everybody is so proud to have this. And again, thank you for your incredible support of the Smile Cookie campaign and to the sponsors of the Smile Zone to make this happen. KDD says, so special to see all those logos from the businesses Rhonda's family has been involved in locally. Isn't it great? It's awesome. What a great town we have. What a great town. Brandon, Manitoba, the country's biggest small town is what I like to say. Anyway, I am going to take a quick beach break, and we will be back with more in just a second. More food, fun places, and mayhem of life. Why Christmas is being talked about and tossed around. Christmas time? Why are we talking about Christmas time? There's a reason for it, and you'll understand once we'll come back and talk a little bit of the holly jolly season. In the meantime, we're going to the Grand Cayman Islands. This is 7 Mile Beach, and a little thing we like to call a beach break, and we'll be back with more in just a second.
Good morning, sun seekers. Good morning, sun seekers.
Good morning. Good morning, sun seekers. Good morning, sun seekers. Good morning, sun seekers. Good morning, sun seekers. Sun seekers, good morning, sun seekers, good morning, sun seekers. Oh, oh. Good morning, sun seekers, good morning, sun seekers, good morning, sun seekers, good morning, sun seekers. Oh, good morning, sun seekers. Good morning, sun seekers. Oh, good morning, sun seekers. Oh, good morning, sun seekers. Good morning, sun seekers. I'm sorry about the Christmas mention. I'll explain and then we'll get on with it. Hey, that is a beautiful shot of the beach this morning. Oh, Grand Cayman. Look at all the beach chairs there for us. Just waiting. Just waiting. Hope you're having a great Hump Day Wednesday. We're live streaming from the Brandon Clinic that just opened its doors. Smile Zone, they'll cut the ribbon on this baby coming up at 10 o'clock this morning, and we are so happy to be associated with Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba, one of our sponsors, and this is a big, big project that has been years in the making, and so it is so amazing to be just a very, very tiny, teeny tiny little part of it, to even be here to be part of this amazing celebration. Thanks again to our friends at Tim Hortons, to Rhonda and Greg and the entire team at Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba for their amazing support, and it has been absolutely my pleasure and an absolute thrill. I remember months ago, well, actually, probably well over a year ago, when it was first mentioned that the Smile Zone was going to be coming to this area, I was just like, oh, do I get to be a part of this? I can like do the show and we can like do this. This is just so awesome. And again, if you missed it earlier on in the show because you were busy, let me show you this again. A bit of a tour here of the interior of the Smile Zone. This is where I'm broadcasting from, live streaming from. This is the little Tim Hortons storefront. This is a video game that everybody's talking about on the floor there. No controllers required. You just step on up and play it. That's exactly where we're live streaming from. So when you come into the clinic, you hang a hard left here, and all these white walls have been painted, and everything has been redesigned, and it's just a bright little corner of the clinic with special chairs for the kids and toys and games, and this is before everything opened, so obviously zero activity happening at 5 o'clock in the morning when I was getting everything set up, but since then things will start to pick up, and when you come here there will be kids enjoying themselves. Look at me right here in front of the beautiful tractor and ladder and Timbits, and it smells like coffee in here. No, it doesn't. It's a clinic. I'm on the hunt for rubber gloves. Rubber gloves are fun to have. Okay, so what's the big deal about Christmas? Why are people talking about Christmas in June? I wish I could tell you that it was some kind of sale. Christmas in June. And in fact, it is not a sale. In fact, a new survey was just released that says that 1 in 3 Canadians, this is unbelievable, 1 in 3 Canadians have started budgeting for Christmas already. A poll of 2,000 adults who celebrate Christmas revealed that, well, not just 1 in 3, we're talking like almost half, 36% have the financial plans in place, including for presents, family outings, outfits for seasonal parties. Are you kidding me? Nearly 46% are saving supermarket loyalty points for the big shop, and 33% are using cashback apps to make the most of their spending. But, ladies and gentlemen, Sunseekers, people are thinking about Christmas, and it's not even the first day of summer. And there's a reason for it. The economy is soft. People don't have as much disposable cash as we used to. And so this has got people preparing. In fact, almost 30% began thinking about preparations as early as January and February. People are doing this because it spreads the cost across the year, and 44% said they just like to feel prepared. That is incredible. Now, as part of this study, some financial analysts have weighed in and said this is actually not an awful thing. This is actually probably a good idea. 1 in 5, 20% have started their Christmas shopping. Holy crap. Wow. Oh my God. 1 in 5 have started Christmas shopping. and 13% have actually started wrapping them. Okay, you guys, okay, we can't be friends. If you have bought not only have you bought Christmas presents in June, but you've started wrapping them, we've got problems. This is unbelievable. Quentin says, not a terrible idea for something happening in 6 months. People do it for vacations. It makes sense. I think it's just the talking about it. People will just quiet. So there you go. You can be part of the third and just consider this a heads up and maybe a helpful little note for yourself to maybe sock a little bit of cash away. And even if you're doing like $5 here and $5 there, just the $5 fun jar, and before too long, those fives end up 50s and the 50s end up hundreds and all of a sudden your Christmas is paid for. So I guess the time to start thinking about it is now. And that's all we'll say about that because it's June and it's nice outside. Janine says, I found that the earlier I start, the more I spend. Yeah, we need to have some kind of way to curtail that. You need to give the money to somebody else in your family to save for you. Just not somebody that that is a spending problem. If you're like me, you'll forget who you bought for and then buy more. Yeah, like what happens if in June, like I buy my Christmas presents traditionally in November and December, and then I wrap them, and it's funny because on Christmas Day, you ever have this where it's like, oh, this is so awesome. Which gift do you want me to open first? And I like to have them open the smaller stuff and have the crescendo, right? So if there's like 2 or 3 gifts for a person, I like to have you open the socks first and then end with the expensive perfume. So it goes from small to big. And I bought those things in November. I can't remember what I bought. I'm like, oh, shoot. Which one's the socks and which one's the perfume? I don't remember. So if you're doing it in June and heaven forbid one of the stickers falls off, you're like, who is this for? I don't know what this, I bought these in June. I can't remember whose gift this is. And then you have to open a Christmas present only to wrap it up again. So there is danger. Danger, Will Robinson, danger in having your Christmas shopping all done up early. So there is a new Rob Ford documentary that has just dropped on Netflix. The Trainwreck series is back. It's the Trainwreck Mayor of Mayhem. Now, you're familiar with Doug Ford because he's the Premier of Ontario. Doug also sat on City Council with Rob Ford when Rob was the mayor. And we all remember what happened with Rob. He became internationally famous because, well, his lifestyle was, shall we say, rock and roll, sex, drugs, and rock and roll for Rob Ford. And so now Netflix has created a documentary. Doug Ford has said that he is not happy about this, doesn't like the documentary. He said that they're lowlifes, the people who put this together. But the thing is that it's a story about a mayor who was acting inappropriately, and people want to see it. People want to see what happened to probably our most famous Canadian politician next to JT, who just left. Plus, he's part of the Big Eaters Club. So I want to see. So what was Rob Ford? What did he like to enjoy? But this is a documentary. It is not a feature film. However, fans want a feature film, and some have gone to great lengths to say, hey, you know what? Can we make a Rob Ford movie? What if we made a Rob Ford movie using AI? Because AI is all the rage. And what if, as part of a Rob Ford movie, we enlisted the help of Chris Farley? Have you seen this? This is not real. This is fake. This is fake.
I'm stoned.
Rob Ford was always getting into trouble.
Do you have any idea how fast you were going?
I guess I was going about 65 tops.
7 miles an hour. And normally when I stop people, they pull onto the shoulder.
Spend a little too much time puking off balconies. You're a huge embarrassing failure.
But that was all about to change because he became mayor.
I just want you to know that as long as I'm around, I'm gonna bust my butt and make sure that every last one of you always has a job. You can put 6 packs of soda in here?
Want one?
I better not. He says, rectum.
This is the movie we want to see. Oh, yeah. And then the downfall. How far was too far? Oh, no.
The whole car smells like beer. They're never gonna believe I wasn't drinking.
He must be all hopped up on crack cocaine.
Wake up! Stop! I can't stop! Oh my God, it's a police report.
Front page.
Sorry, Rob.
It's kind of like what happened with Rob Ford. Oh, boy. And then the end. The end, my friend.
Wouldn't be associated with any kind of scandal, especially one involving kids and drugs.
Can't do this anymore, man. My head's about to explode.
This would be all he had left was his dignity, even though he was getting caught.
Screw up. The town's going under and I'm out of a job.
But he's a man who wouldn't quit.
No way. We're gonna show this world a thing or two. We're gonna show.
Oh, Rob Ford, the movie that will never happen. I think that would be fantastic, but it's not going to happen. At least in the short term. We have to watch the Netflix documentary for now. And again, it is available on Netflix. It is part of the Mayhem series on Netflix. And man, I miss Chris Farley. Wasn't he fantastic? Man, Chris Farley's awesome. So watch for that on your Netflix. What a perfect person to play him. He would have been fantastic. I don't know who we would get to play him now. He was so amazing. So amazing. So awesome. I want to mention our friends at Sunrise Credit Union. Good morning to the crew at Sunrise Credit Union. It's nice to see you. Thank you so much for being sponsors on the show, and very excited, again, to see the announcement involving another big event coming to our area. If you are a fan of classic cars, boy, you are going to be excited about the Western Canadian Nationals Car Show that is coming to Brandon August 1st to 3rd at the Keystone Center, proudly presented by our friends at Sunrise Credit Union. So if you like classic cars, we got a lot of sun seekers that love classic cars, and they're coming from all over, like the United States, all over Canada, other parts of the world perhaps. 800 vintage vehicles, only the best of really cool classic cars. Vintage trucks, hot rods, everything in between. Western Canadian Nationals Carshow.ca. That's a big website. Western Canadian Nationals Carshow.ca, proudly brought to you by Sunrise Credit Union with 19 area locations to serve you. Visit sunrisecu.mb.ca. Co-ops of Westman also sponsor. The hottest thing on planet Earth at any of the co-ops right now is the dill mustard. We broke the internet yesterday with dill mustard. Go to co-op and see if you can find it. I think a few stores had sold out. We do a little feature on the show called Taste It Tuesday, where we've got foods that we taste on the live stream. And yesterday it was about mustard and dill mustard, and it kicked butt. It was so amazing. We had some Sunseekers pick it up. They said it's fantastic. It's like a smack in the face, although a cooperative smack in the face, like this, like, oh, we like you, you're a good person type of thing. So again, check that out. And of course, all the great products where you're a member owner at the co-op, because you'll get a co-op number, and when you shop at the co-op, that money can come back to you at the end of the year in the form of a dividend. So Check it out. Get a co-op number today. You're at home here with your local co-ops of Westman. That includes Heritage, Pembina, Twin Valley, Valley View, Boundary, and Hamiota Co-op. Good morning. As people come into the clinic, it's a lot quieter than I thought it would be for an 8 o'clock start. I think it's like lab work. People are going upstairs for their lab stuff. And hey, if you are looking for a new vehicle, see my friends at Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. Westman's #1 EV dealership. This week it was released the latest study involving EV purchases, and more Canadians are buying them. I think last year was 15% of new car sales. This year, 17%. It's a game of inches, but it continues to grow. More and more people are making the switch to EV. And not only is GM #1, but Murray Chev is Westman's #1 EV dealership. So do keep them in mind for your EV vehicle purchase at 1500 Richmond Avenue, where you're in charge. All right, next up on the show, how about this? I was so pleasantly surprised. I wonder if this is true for Canada. I think it might be. I know my friends in the news business are not exactly thrilled about this headline, but it is what it is. Social media is now the main source of news in the United States. They're saying that more people are getting their news from Joe Rogan than CNN. Who would have thought they'd see the day where one man behind a microphone could make such a difference? Who would have ever thought they would ever see the day? I'm in shock. I can't believe it. Yeah, social media and video networks have become the main source of news in the U.S., overtaking traditional TV channels and news websites. More than half of people get their news from Facebook, X, and YouTube, overtaking TV and news sites and apps. This is what they're calling the rise of social media and personality-based news. Personality-based news. What? What does that even mean? You mean like one person is able to tell people what's going on in their community, like a ticker like this thing here, Game 6, News, Smile Zone? I've never heard of such a thing. I'm confused. I have no idea what they're talking about. Oh, Quentin, that's kind. And that's why you're in the dark, pal. No, I'm just kidding. I get my news from Tyler Glen. I could be the CNN voice. This is the Tyler Glen News Channel. More hairstylist realtors get their news from the Tyler Glen Show than anywhere else. Dun, dun, dun. You're watching the Tyler Glen Show. I just try to keep you up to date. That's it. Like I was part of that industry for a long, long time, and I was blessed to be part of the newspaper business, and I really treasure that experience. It was wonderful. I loved it, but I knew there were changes coming when I would have to submit my newspaper article. They moved my deadline to 72 hours, and I like to be topical. So, obviously if something was happening that was out of the ordinary, like all of a sudden, I don't know, the Florida Panthers decide to be part of our opening of the Smile Zone. It was a last minute decision and they're coming in this morning, those things it's hard to be on that's not happening, by the way. I don't want to cause panic. But it's hard to do that when they move it. It used to be 48 hours, and then they moved it to 72 hours. And I'm like, man, and then I think it was like 4 days, and I'm like, that's getting close to a week. I have to write my column a week out. Lots can change over the course of a week. So I think that's part of it, is that because of the speed of the internet, things are moving so much faster. And people are not necessarily interested in all the details of every story all the time. You know what I mean? And we can use our current events as an example. You know, the search for Owen is a serious story that requires as much information as we can get our hands on. It is a deeply concerning story to the community, and of course people want to get as much information on it as they can, and that's where resources like our local newspaper do a phenomenal job. Pages upon pages of information that are made readily available. However, when you have a news story that goes like, the green bins will not be picked up on Thursday. The exclusive on page 5. Green bins, are they really needed? What's the story of green bins? And on and on and on. People are just like, time is tight. I've got stuff to do. I've got people to see, things to do. So anyway, so there you go. Bless you, Joe. Bless you, Joe, leading the way for personality-based news. Thought that was interesting. What else do I have for you this morning? What else do we have? So we took care of Christmas. So did you see Luke Bryan forget the lyrics to his song? Now, I feel bad for him. I mean, I'm surprised, quite honestly, this doesn't happen more often. He was singing Strip It Down. I don't know how that song goes. He has a history, apparently, of forgetting lyrics on stage and admits needing extra prep before tours. But why don't you have a cheat sheet? I got a cheat sheet here. You gotta have cheat sheets. It's important. But is there a video of it? Footage of the country singer goes viral after he forgets the lyrics, pausing his concert. Poor guy. I'm going to see if I can pull it up. I totally forgot the words, y'all. Is all the country singers talk like that. I forgot the words, y'all. Although I might get in trouble for playing a little bit of him here, but okay. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so it's gonna. Oh, hang on a second. Let's get it down. Let's strip it down, down, down.
I totally forgot all the words. I got it. I want to drop it.
Okay, well, that wasn't too bad. Oh my gosh, that wasn't too bad. Hey, jump back on it. That's just a brain fart. He didn't forget the lyrics. See, that's the other thing, hey? You get these news organizations like, it's just the end of Luke Bryan. He's forgotten the lyrics. He's 48 years old. He's going to be 50, and he's forgot how to get it done. Come on now. It's just fine. And then this is sad news. Anne Burrell passed away, hey? 55 years old. This is not good, guys. This is not good, you know. This is when, your buddy Ty really thinking hard about hitting the beach on a permanent, in a permanent way. Anne Burrell, 55, has a heart attack. Seriously? At 55 years old? Law enforcement sources tell TMZ EMS personnel received a call of a woman in need of assistance Tuesday after she was found unresponsive in her Brooklyn home. Paramedics were unable to revive Burrell. The medical examiner will conduct an autopsy, obviously, but it is thought a heart attack took her. 55 years old. Celebrity chef. And this is just shocking. So young, 55. Hey, good morning. Good morning. That is crazy. That is crazy. Oh, man. Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing is it does happen all the time. You know, you got to find a time to say, hey, you know what? It's time to roll into the sunset and kind of live on the beach permanently. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm having too much fun. This is just too good. I can't believe how nice and quiet it is in here. I can't believe this place is even open. What is it? You know, I think it's people would rather come in a little bit later in the morning than Or maybe I've scared them off. I don't know. America just voted for their favorite French fries. Who do you think won? I know you've got some thoughts as to who you think has America's best French fries, but no, the consumers have spoken, and Chick-fil-A is in the top 5. Their waffle fries came in at number 5. Any guess as to what was number 1? The number 1 French fry in America is voted on by consumers. Place called Bojangles. What are they putting on their fries? Is that cinnamon or is that salt or what is that? I have never had Bojangles fries. That looks pretty damn good. Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers at number 3. Shake Shack at number 2. Who would have thought the second most popular fries in the entire United States would be crinkle cut? Do you like crinkle cut fries? I like the shoestring. I'm not a big crinkle cut guy. Crinkle cut or shoestring? Good morning, Iris. Oh, MJ thinks it might be Wendy's. Blessed Mom thinks it might be McD's. Oh, Shake Shack is at number 2, ladies and gentlemen. What is your and by the way, not only do I want to know if you like shoestring or crinkle, tell me what your favorite fry spot is too. Number 1 is In-N-Out Burger, and I have to say, I disagree with this. And In-N-Out Burger is my favorite hamburger on the planet. If I had one burger left to eat in my life, it would be an In-N-Out Burger. But their fries suck. I think they're intoxicated by the burger. The fries are not all that great because they're fresh. They do the chip truck fries, and I find they get really stale really quick. They don't last in the bag all that long if you're transporting them or get skipped the dishes or something like that. But In-N-Out came in at number 1. Truth be told, my favorite, I am a curly guy. I like the curls. You remember Arby's used to have curls? Oh, the Arby's curls are pretty awesome. And Hardee's or, good morning, Hardee's or Carl's Jr. will have the curls. I'm a big curls fan. Like the curly fries. Empada fries. Cinnamon and sugar, says Al. Oh, I can see how those would be popular. Blessed Mama says Five Guys. I think that the In-N-Out Burger definitely resembled the Five Guys style of fries, although Five Guys didn't crack the top 5. I like my curls. Patricia says crinkle cut fries are better, though. Blessed Mama says Limpy. Who's Limpy? Hey, I'm at the clinic. I can get us something for that. You got Limpy. Do you have Limpy fries? Would you like some help with your Limpy fries? We can help you with that. Got some special ways to help you. Rubber gloves. I need some rubber gloves. No one's talking to me. They're ignoring me. Another quick trip to the beach, and we'll close out the show with the grand opening of Smile Zone here at the Brandon Clinic on First Street in Brandon. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Good morning. Good morning, Sun Seekers. Back to the Grand Cayman Islands. We'll be back with more in just a second. Live shot of the Grand Cayman Islands back to southern Manitoba here as we take a look outside, check out our sunshine situation. The Environment Canada is saying we are seeing a little bit of sunshine. 17 degrees, and we're supposed to see showers, maybe thunder showers this afternoon at a high of 25 degrees. We're most of the way there already. Showers, possible thunder showers tonight and 13. Some rain possibly on Thursday. Friday will be our nicest day, seeing some sunshine, and 26 degrees. And then rain for the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, looking for rain. The big wedding show, Weddings by Abby. That's a perfect time to pack them in there and check out the bridal show. Check out the brides. Check out the I Knew the Bride When She Used to Rock and Roll. Hey, it's Molly. Hey, Molly, good morning. We are at the Brandon Clinic on 1st Street, and we are ready to open the Tim Hortons Smile Zone. Which has been years in the making, a renovation here at our clinic to make this little corner of the world a little bit more child-friendly. Yes, complete with a little video game on the floor. Check this out, Molly. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So this is the this whole hallway was just like, you know, kind of just your stereotypical clinic. They put a little video game on the floor so the kids can like dance around, play the video game. They brighten up the hallways, did some renovation. They've got special loungers and beanbag chairs and stuff like that. I'm live streaming right from in front of that what looks like a storefront there. They call this the Smile Zone. It's the Smile Zone. So it's brightly decorated. It kind of feels like a daycare center. The clinic is. It's not a daycare center. It is a daycare center village. You know, one of my favorite toys as a kid was the Fisher-Price town with all the storefronts on it. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. I used to love the Fisher-Price little town, filling up at the gas station. Back when gas was cheap at the Fisher-Price town. It's only a nickel a liter because I was in charge of it all at the Fisher-Price town. And this is the Smile Zone. And they're going to cut the ribbon on this place at 10 o'clock this morning. And as we heard from Scott earlier this morning, the goal is to have like hundreds, if not maybe 1,000 Smile Zones across Canada. So, you know, from clinics and doctors' offices and places where kids, you know, are feeling less than perfect. This kind of turns that around and makes the experience a little bit better for them. So that is very, very cool. Thank you to Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba for having us to be a part of it. It's more and more staff are showing up to face the day. Hey, it's sushi day today. You guys like sushi? Everybody likes sushi. Hey, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Super Thrifty Clinic Pharmacy is just opening their doors. Look at that. Oh, smells fantastic. I think they're cooking bacon at Super Thrifty. We're about to have a stampede of customers. No prescription required. No, it's sushi day today, though. Asking you what's good, Tosh says no, thank you. Listen, you can't knock it till you try it. Come on. Same with Jody. What? Are you kidding me? Sushi is amazing. Now, Kelly McCollum. If anybody knows Kelly McCollum, she is the sister to Brent McCollum, famous for McCollum Jewelers. Now, she is the one responsible for getting me on the sushi train. I was just like you, Jody and Tasha, and you know, if we were going to have a meetup, maybe we should meet up at a sushi place to have the First Timers Club, and we'll all go for sushi. Except you have to have a sushi expert with you. That's what I find is key to the whole thing. Is you got to have somebody that knows what they're doing when it comes to sushi. And so Kelly was my expert. She says, come with me. You're going to love it. I'm like, oh, famous last words, hey. We're always so anxious when someone says, you're going to love this, and then you don't. But, you know, it depends on the friendship you've got with this person. If they know you quite well, then chances are it could be a good experience. And with Kelly, it really was. We went out. I'm like, oh, my God. I was so scared. Janine wants the spicy California roll. She's in for the spicy. Angela says sushi yummers. That's all there is to it. Ryan says Kim's. What kind of sushi do you like? I like spicy rolls. I like spicy guy, so anything spicy is good by me. I've also grown especially fond of sashimi. That is the one that you're afraid of, Tosh and Jody. That's the raw fish. When people think sushi, they think raw fish, but I think sushi actually means rice. Rice is the big component. It's kind of like, I don't know if there is a comparison to any other kind of food. I mean, it's like a Subway sandwich shop. It's kind of like calling your sandwich shop bread. Let's go out for some bread. And you're like, no, it's a sandwich, but bread is the key component, and rice is the key component in sushi. Polar Bear likes the California rolls, except they're all veggie. I don't mind them if there's nothing else. And spicy California. Zumba Bernice is in. MJ's in for sushi. Let's do it, says Pebbles. Have just a giant table of first-time sushi lovers. I would like to do that. Leave that with me. Side project. First-timer sushi club. And then I might have to get Kelly. I don't even know where Kelly is at these days. I haven't seen Kelly in years. I'll have to send her a message on Facebook. Look, I need to hire you for the day. You'll be our sushi connoisseur. Because she gets into like the whole dragon rolls and all the... And the nice part is that when you go to have sushi with somebody that you know that's friends with you, you can tell them, I don't like spicy, or I want to stay away from the fish. I'm not a fish person, and that's okay. I am a fish person, but maybe you're not. And they'll say, okay, then the California roll is the best, and I'm oversimplifying it, but you get my point. Is they'll hold your hand, so to speak, to take you. Spicy salmon rolls for Zumba Bernice. I'd say that's one of my favorite. I could also do spicy tuna, spicy crab, anything. Not a big fan. I've gotten away from the, what's the fried powder? What the heck is, there's a fried powder that they put in there. What the heck is that called? Teriyaki, MJ says. Chicken sushi rolls. Well, that's cooked. Have a National Sushi Day meal. Yeah. What the heck is that called? That tempura. Thank you, MJ. Yes. I'm not big on tempura. I don't know. I liked it when I first started out. I used to like spicy, crispy stuff. And then it just, I don't know, just turned me off something around the way. Thanks, Pat. Yeah, tempura. Nope. Not big on that. But anyway, happy Sushi Day. So reason to go out and maybe have some sushi today. Not only that, but it is also Want to Get Away Day. And Want to Get Away Day is a day to think about two things. Think about the best place you've ever traveled to, and you also want to think about a place that you wish you could always go to or someday go to. And I would have to say the best, I struggle with the place that was the best. I've been very fortunate to travel to so many places. I've never been to Europe. I've never been to Asia. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but it's not a bucket list thing for me. I always knew that would probably be out of the realm of possibility for me. Plus, I don't like long flights, so staying close to home is fine. I'm okay as long as there's ocean and palm trees, and I don't need to go to Europe or Asia for that, so I'm okay. And so it sounds ridiculous, but New York is one of my bucket list. I got to get to New York City, and I'm running out of time. So that's on my to-do list is New York City on Want to Get Away Day. Maybe this year, maybe next year, I'll get over there. I gotta go to New York. Maybe at Christmas time, go check out the Rockefeller tree, and hey, this is cool. Look at this stand. Hey, I'm at the Rockefeller tree, and this is the world's greatest stand. And then all of a sudden, breaking news, Rockefeller tree has tipped over. Somebody has been playing with the stand. And then all of a sudden, comes my mugshot coming. Hey, everybody, it wasn't me. I was just checking it out. I was thinking I might be able to use a stand like this for my tree at home. That would be fun. Yeah, so I'd like to go to New York. Where would you like to go? Where would you like to go? And it's no secret, I would like to get another group trip going. I don't know how I'm going to make that happen. We are coming up on, this October will be 3 years. This fall will be 3 years of doing the live stream, being, my live stream project, my live stream life. 3 years. And it was one of the first things I'd thought of is, wouldn't it be cool to be doing this like we're doing today at the clinic, but to be able to do it from a beach somewhere? And that has not materialized due to a variety of different reasons. The economy has been not stellar. Travel has been expensive, among a whole bunch of other things. But I said 2025 will be the turnaround. So we've got 6 months to get our act together. And hopefully things will take off in the back half of the year. And then in 2026, who knows? Maybe that will be the year we'll all get together on a beach somewhere, drinking tequila. Am I supposed to say that in a clinic? I'm not. Doctors might say, hey, knock it off with the tequila talk. MJ says, I've never been anywhere. Well, you've been somewhere. You've been somewhere. You're just not anywhere that you'd be able to say. So what's the furthest from home? People who say, I've never been anywhere. What would be the most kilometers that you have been from home then? Pebbles says New River Beach in New Brunswick. Oh, that sounds fantastic. MJ says Vegas is on my bucket list. Maybe when I'm 50. Oh, you'll love it. However, it's incredibly overrated. I know one of the first things I said when I got to Vegas was, it's nothing like the movies. It's really not like the movies. It's fun, don't get me wrong. And you can basically, if you've got money, they'll take it and you can buy it. Vegas is pretty fun. It's pretty awesome. But it's not like the movies. Blessed Mama says New York is amazing, just like what you see on TV. I'm worried about the smell, which is why I want to go in the wintertime. The Rockefeller tree, New York at Christmas. It's not exceptionally cold at Christmas time. And I hear it smells like poop. I hear that if you're there in the summertime, it smells like poop and garbage. And I'm not a big fan of those smells. I know some people don't mind. Some people say, poop and garbage. No. At least in Mexico, when you come across the poop and garbage smell, you can kind of keep walking and get away from it. Whereas in New York, apparently I heard, I don't know if that's true, but in the summertime, especially on hot days, like poop and garbage. I don't like the poop and garbage smell. No. We'd like to go at Christmas time too. Think it would be beautiful. Oh yeah, especially with the Rockefeller tree. It'd be incredible. Spain is cheap to go. Cheap appies and food. Europe is actually remarkably affordable. But as we had on yesterday's show, there are some protests going on there. They're soaking people with water guns in protest of there's protests everywhere. You can't get away from it. Except in our little town. Nevada, 2,000 miles. Well, see, I've never been on a true vacation, said Molly. Molly, that's pretty good. That's nothing to, lots of people can't even get, 500 miles away from home. That's nothing to shake a stick at. That's okay. Australia has been the furthest away, says Bernice. I think that is about as far away as you can go. You run out of space. You run out of room. Australia is a long plane ride. I am not doing that. Now, I guess they could knock me out. Or, my sister was on one of these flights one time. She works for Air Canada, so she could, get the special pass, but she got one of those pods. Like she went to Europe on a pod, and it's like she told me it would have been like $13,000 to be in one of these pods. They got like a bed and TV and a little fridge, and there's food. And hey, there's Greg. Where are you guys hiding at? Around the corner? Thank you. So I think, I could probably do Australia. Look at this. Oh, I got some Timmies. Get some Timmies in me. That's when I could probably do the Australia trip, but I not good on long flights. Not good, but that sure would be fun. Australia would be cool. Blessed Mama says they're off to San Diego tomorrow. So, hey, have a great time in San Diego. Say hi to SeaWorld for me, and stay away from L.A., I think that shouldn't be a problem. San Diego is a fair distance to the south. However, Tijuana might be fun normally. I guess, what normally was fun, you got to be careful now. But Tijuana, Tijuana, do you want to meet in Tijuana? That's the crossing there. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. You're going to have a great time. And I expect a full report on the wicked, nasty, awful American people, which I'm being sarcastic because it's all these fake news reports. But we're going to get it firsthand from one of our sun seekers, as we've been hearing nothing but good things so far and expect to hear more good things to come. All right? If you ever get hail damage on your car, I want you to remember the name Auto Fashion, okay? They are a wonderful, locally owned and operated business, great family, a family-run business that is MPI and SGI accredited from minor dents to a full showroom shine. They've got you covered at Auto Fashion at 255 17th Street North, behind Lee's Buffet and Best West Pet Foods. They do fabric and leather protection and more. Visit their website for a full list of the stuff they do at autofashion.ca. Did you get some tarts in you yesterday? Maybe some monster cookies or maybe a big tray of cinnamon rolls? Boy, you know, if you are doing any kind of grilling this summer, I have to tell you, you have got to get some hamburger and hot dog buns from Kuiper's Family Bakery. Once you buy one package, just give it one package, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They are so soft and fluffy that, you know, I know when you're taking your bite of your smoky, you're thinking, I can't wait to taste this cheddar bacon smoky I'm about to have. Then all of a sudden your mouth says, hey, wait a second. Something's different. I have an amazing hot dog bun in my mouth right now. And you say, yeah, that is from Kuiper's Family Bakery. And they have got an incredible selection of baked goods. Another locally owned and operated business right here in Brandon at 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner beside Tasties. And if the AC is not doing what it should, if you've got some tire-related issues, or, of course, you need that world-famous oil change that gives back to the community, see my friends at Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express at 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. They make a donation to the Bear Clan Samaritan House and Helping Hands every time you go there. So doing good for your car and doing good for the community at the same time, again, at 1500 Richmond Avenue. Oh, everybody's wishing, blessed mama, a great trip. Oh, have a wonderful holiday. You're going to go to SeaWorld? I'll be watching for the pictures. We'll be stalking you. It'll be fantastic. We'll be stalking you. All right, closing out the final few minutes of the show here. I just want to circle back and make sure that I'm not forgetting anything oh, your morning coffee can help you live longer as long as it's this type of brew. Now, this is completely by fluke. I know we're at an event that Tim Hortons was absolutely critical and instrumental in bringing together the Smile Zone, which is why we're at the Brandon Clinic. It has nothing to do with that. This is actual medical news that was out this morning, and this is like the 12th study this year that has said coffee is good for you. But they're saying that the best coffee to help you live longer, coffee drinkers who consume 1 to 3 cups daily had a 20% lower risk of dying early compared to non-coffee drinkers. However, something that most of these studies do not include, and this one said it is critical to include it, is that the health benefits of drinking coffee only apply to black coffee, or the coffee that has minimal added sugar and minimal saturated fat. So, if you're one of those folks that likes to have a little coffee with their creamer, if you're like one of those folks who has so much sugar in their coffee, it tastes like a pail of sand as you're chewing on your coffee, the health benefits, not so much. Not so much. Yeah. So, and I kind of like this story because that's how I like my coffee, is black. So, and I drink so much of it, I am going to probably live for a very, very long time. Actually, I've got some right now. Going to enjoy a coffee. Nice Tim's with you here. It's going to be super hot. Oh, man, it's still hot stuff. As we round things out, I want to thank the Brandon Clinic, Darcy Bell and his crew for getting me into the place earlier than anybody else. I was the first one at the clinic today. You can mark that on your calendar. Thank you, Darcy. And of course, it goes without saying, thank you so much to the wonderful ownership group of Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba, led by Ron DeParty. and Greg and the entire family. Thank you so much for allowing me again a front row seat to this amazing project, and I look forward to seeing what comes next. But in the meantime, we are going to cut the ribbon on this thing at 10 o'clock this morning, and it will become official. And the Smile Zone is here for everybody to enjoy. As of today, everyone in Western Manitoba who is at the clinic will get to come in here and enjoy the fantastic, beautiful, bright artwork done on the window, the beautiful hummingbird there, the toys that are the games and the fun stuff, the bean bags and the cups and the fun artwork and all that stuff. So, and thank you to you for making this all possible as far as sponsorships are concerned, and of course the Smile Cookie campaign. We ate a lot of Smile cookies this year, didn't we? And there's always great things happening when it comes to supporting the cause with the Smile Cookies. Again, the Search for Owen has moved from the Riverbank Discovery Center to the Keystone Center. If you are showing up, please visit the Facebook page where they've got a list of things you're going to want to have, including good shoes, mosquito repellent. The search will continue, and we hope that we are going to have some good news in the coming days regarding the Search for Owen in our community. And so just like that, our time together is complete. Hey, thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow back at the Beach Bunker, and we will be back with more food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Thanks for being part of the show. I appreciate it. I wish we had a few more people. Boy, this is, when you do mornings, it's, I think I'm one of the only morning people on the planet. Not everybody likes mornings, I guess, but, that's how it goes. This place is, I'm here yesterday at 1 o'clock. It can't even move. It's packed. And so I'm thinking like lunchtime is when things really get cooking over here. Anyway, I am going to see you again tomorrow back at the Beach Bunker. And in the meantime, thank you so much for being here. And congratulations on your new Smile Zone. Way to go, Western Manitoba. I'm going to go play some video games on the floor. Roll around on the floor playing video games. By the way, I've got the high score. Don't try and beat me. Oh, I think there's a 5-year-old waiting to take me on. I've got to defend my high score honor. Hey, you guys have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow at 7 a.m. for more food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. You guys have a great day, okay?